Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. Today I'm doing a reading for the collective. So, the healing card kept coming through with Chiron, and the energy of heart space. Look at that. I was just talking about, this is the exact card that came out with the Chiron healing card. So the heart space, there's a warming up in the heart space. There is a sense of kinship, a sense of someone's spirit being nourished or nurtured, or I want to say birthed. Amen. Hallelujah. We have the 12th house here, introspection. I'm feeling very, there's a lot we can talk about. With 12th house, Capricorn, achieve, but I don't know. There's this Capricorn energy of like, just get down to business, do what needs to be done, say what needs to be said, and keep it moving kind of energy. But also like this, someone has kind of come full circle. All right, let's talk about this. The divine masculine could be a fire sign energy, but it doesn't have to be. But the divine masculine spirit has officially transformed. And it is evident. The divine feminine has been working behind the scenes. The divine feminine has been observing the, allowing the masculine to go through their transformation, knowing that it's a process that they have to go through if they want to achieve the results that they want. If they want to be the divine masculine energy, the one that they project, the one that they envision, the one that they know that they are in spirit, knowing that that is what they want to manifest in this physical reality, they have to go through this introspection. They have to go through this hard lesson as well. And yes, a lot of these masculines felt the energy of death, and it could be some of the feminine energy as well could have felt, and if it was a karmic feminine, would have probably felt it even more so. But the energy that's being transformed, that it's like, okay, this acceptance of letting go of that persona or that ego or that way of being, accepting that their way of being got tired, got old, got boring, or it wasn't even challenging because it was like a fun challenge to take on. It became challenging, like, okay, there's no reason to play a game that's already been. They feel like that the board was tilted over or thrown off the table, or it's like the game was over, so what's the point of playing? The game is over kind of energy. But it's not over until the fat lady sings. I'm kidding. It's not over. The 10th house. No, I almost had a lisp. The 10th house authority. Somehow. 10th house. Maybe somebody has a lisp. And they expect the authority to Daffy Duck. Oh my God, let me stop playing. God Spirit, please help me. Help me take this more serious. No, okay, no, for real. I don't know what that was about, but okay, back to business. Back to business. There's a lot about this business and authority. 10th house. Somebody feels that they have this authority over uh, their status. They're not going to allow themselves to be seen other than as someone that has achieved some sense of authority in the physical realm. So it's like they're determined. This masculine energy is very determined to stand up and do the work necessary. In other words, they feel purposeful. They feel that now they have something to work towards. It's like, wow, a vision that I can actually see. It's like they see the light. They see the light. We have an Aries in reverse. So there's something about being independent that is debilitated here for some reason. Something about the independence is not this person, or this masculine energy, cannot quite be as sovereign as they would like to be, or as independent as they would like to be right now. There could be something debilitated in their movement, something hindering their ability to take an action, Something in regards to their home. 4th house energy. So this person, it's like their foundation, that this is what's been debilitating them, is a lack of having an independent foundation built, meaning standing on their own 2 feet without the dependence of some other authority. In other words, taking ownership of their own actions, being their own authority in order to achieve their sense of hearth, or their sense of peace, or their sense of having their sense of self independent in their reality. It's like creating a shelter for their spirit in order so that they can look at the world around them and navigate through introspection their actions towards going home again. And that could be home, like what feels as a home to them. This masculine feels that they lost their sense of what home was to them, or that they lost their sense of family, or their sense of comfort, or their sense of what it means to feel safe emotionally. And they're expanding because they're exploring through introspection. They're looking at their belief systems. They're looking at all the ways in which their ways of looking at things were hindering achieving a certain level of success. So they're getting structured now through Saturn, and this is probably why they're feeling this urgency to, like, that time is of the essence. But the good thing is that this masculine went through this transformation. They had to accept some kind of ending of a reality that no longer was sustaining them, that was no longer supporting them, that was no longer making them feel successful in any way. And a lack of self-authority was the issue. So the structuring that is happening has to do with their feelings. They're structuring how they feel. They're understanding that how they've been feeling has a lot to do with what they were unwilling to deal with. There was a lot of emotional avoidance. There was a lot of deflecting emotionally, not wanting to take accountability for their own feelings, not really getting in touch with their feminine, avoiding emotional I don't want to say consequences, but there are, I guess, consequences when you avoid your feelings or when you don't take responsibility for how you feel. And I think that's a lot to do with what they've been dealing with. So either they went through a very difficult challenge of their emotional world being shattered in some ways, where they felt okay, they no longer felt they weren't receiving the love, or they weren't feeling loved, or they weren't feeling cared for, or they just couldn't feel. They were numb to feelings in some ways. They realized their vision of who they were was also very diluted, or they had a sense of self that they didn't see themselves as they were so much. And I think it had to do with illusions, being caught in a lot of illusions. Neptune really played a number on them when it came to their sense of self. We have a Pinnacle here. I feel like they're finally seeing where they've actually been. They're seeing now what to aim for towards, or what it is that they want to achieve. They're seeing what it has to do with their values. They're going through a climate change, a transit. This transition is going to make solid their status, even if it brings them some tension. This is going to be good tension, and I guess you could say there's always a way to look at tension positively if you allow yourself to get comfortable with the process and see the bigger goal, or the bigger vision, or the bigger purpose for the tension in the moment that can take you out of bounds in a certain way. So it's like the challenge in the moment can create a massive tension for you. And that tension can debilitate what you're creating or building up towards. But if you look at it in terms of this tension, it's like holding off for the bigger payout, like taking the challenges of saying maybe no to, and knowing it's almost like be willing not to accept less. I think that could be a challenge for some. There might be a review process where they're realizing all the places that they could have taken advantage of certain moments to not fall into certain patterns of tension and use it towards their benefit. Like hold off buying that thing, or hold off accepting that offer, or hold off taking that action in some way. Maybe review before, and that tension that it creates becomes a certain kind of momentum towards reaching your goals, towards creating the motion necessary to take action. There's going to be a conjunction, an alliance between this masculine and a Sagittarius energy, whether or not this is the feminine or whether it's just the energy of expansion. They're going to expand their, they're going to aim higher, though they're aiming higher. In this conjunction, they may have taken action. They may have, if they allow this tension and review process to allow them to take action now from a position of power, a position of their own will, they're looking now to ally so that they can expand. Okay? But they want to expand the nurturing energy. It's like they want to appreciate everything that they're taking in, because they're realizing that the information that they're receiving, the nurturing energy that they're receiving, the love energy that they're receiving, they're seeing the value in that. They're appreciating that so much from the divine feminine that is assisting from behind the scenes, is giving them, it's almost like your guidance, divine feminine, high priestess. Your guidance for the masculine is it's a food source, it's an energy source, it's nurturance, it's sustaining, it's food for the soul. Could be the masculine could be a Leo, but now they want to shine their light. They want to give back. They want to give love. They want to produce more love. They want to open their hearts. It's almost like their purpose is love now. Their purpose is to give love, to progress on the journey with the divine feminine. They don't, it's almost like they want to, you see, the clocks are like timeless. Like they want things to be, they want a timeless journey with the divine feminine on their progression in life. Like they want the divine feminine to partake in what they're cultivating and what they're so it's, imagine having a wonderful meal, and now you really want this person that you love. Like, let's say you ate a meal that made you feel so good, so healthy, so it energized you. I mean, whatever the experience of the meal was, whether it was a divine pleasure of some sort, and it's like, wow, this is so wonderful. You just want to share it. So this masculine is cultivating this energy within themselves, okay? And they want to be able to bring this through their progressions of their journey, bring this, what they're cultivating, share it with the feminine. There is some kind of calm in the energy that's to clarify the changes that are occurring. So there's going to be some kind of calm or silence or moment where things kind of, the tensions ease up, okay? But it's almost like the calm before the storm or the rest before the storm. So before the big change occurs or before this big moment happens, like where you can be like, finally, the change is here, the move is here and now, whatever it is that, like, this changed thing that's going to bring a lot of sustainability, okay? A lot of stability, sustenance. It has to do with cross-pollination. We have Gemini energy, so either exchanging just ideas or coming together in, like, you know, when they say two minds are greater than one, where when you put, you know, two ideas together and you're cultivating, this change is coming by way of exchanging ideas. The ideas might have to do with the perception how we're perceiving things through our emotional lens, through the moon, through the illusion of the spectrum of 1 through 9 of energies. The being able maybe to go through the phases of the moon and really understand the perspective of the lens that's communicating. So we have Mercury, a messenger of messages. So hopefully the messages that we're receiving at this time make us feel rooted, make us feel safe. So for some masculines could have gone through this transition and really, really felt a sense of something has to change, okay? Whether it's their eating habits, whether it's their lifestyle, whether it's just how they're looking at things. Their fears are no longer, they're asking the right questions, okay? And that's what matters. Asking the right questions brings about perception shifts that are exponential, that brings about a whole new way of living, of breathing, of existing, of experiencing, and now feeling like God's grace has now brought upon this new extension of life, or this new sensation of making it count. Isn't that from oh God, from the Titanic? To making it count. To making it count. Oh, we have a life path 3. So you could be dealing with the life path 3, you could be a life path 3, or you have to be looking at things from a outside of duality perspective at this time. Maybe for some, you'll be retreating in order to focus, in order to avoid delays or stalling. We have roadblocks or waiting. A life path 3 might have to retreat. It may cause delays if they retreat, but regardless, it's a matter of spirit. Spirit matters. So it's important to understand that creativity doesn't just get produced like a machine. Creativity requires spiritual retreating, meaning like giving your spirit space to roam free, to be, to experience, to okay. Spit it. Oh, spit it to spit it. First I shut up. We have day. There's something to do with the daytime. There's a psychic connection. So you might be connecting with somebody in a psychic. Okay. There is divine feminine, divine masculine. The dream space, okay? There's a definite connection in the dream space with the masculine and feminine. And there might be a lot of confusion in the dream space. It's like you could be seeing two dreams together kind of thing, or it's like the memory of a dream is playing out in another dream. And but regardless, it's all about the same connection. It's about the two energies, the divine masculine, divine feminine. All the ways in which you've come together in spirit, and all the lifetimes even maybe that you've lived together. Like all of this could be like surfacing to the point that there's a blending of the spirit realm and the physical realm where it could become challenging, maybe, unless you sit with your spirit and you kind of like realize, like, you know, like if you're not in this very, very busy life every day, you know, where your mind is just focused on getting things done or doing something, if you have the moment to retreat and you really kind of like give yourself the moment to analyze the situation, you'll realize that the masculine and feminine have been coming into each other's experience in the spirit in different ways, different realms, different realities, and you can come out of that whole situation almost feeling like, wow, I feel like I know this person, like I've been with this person so many times, and then you realize, but yet we've never actually met, we've never actually been together, we've never actually spent any time, but the feelings are so real in the spirit. There's no differentiating the physical connection from the spiritual connection. So, dream recall. So you could be recalling dreams, as I mentioned, because you'll never forget this connection. This connection is beyond the physical. It's like, Jesus, spiritual connection. It is a very spiritual connection. And there's nothing like seeing it manifest from spirit to physical, as opposed to seeing something physical, not realizing what it took to get there. Somebody's getting very nervous, very anxious, and it could be maybe there's a spirit baby, or maybe somebody's maybe they're nervous or anxious about having a baby, but there's anxiety or nervousness surrounding a baby. Now remember, we said life path 3, but it could also be the two energies, are divine masculine and feminine, birthing a new life, birthing a new creation, a new spirit perhaps is coming through. Life path 7. So it could be a relationship. It could be a new kind of relationship, a new type of spiritual connection could be coming through. So we have Archangel Uriel, which means prophecy or wisdom. So there could be this new energy could have to do with very wise, very musical. You could be you can have an association with the Archangel Uriel. Could be significant. But there might be some kind of prophecy about a baby, a spiritual baby. I heard a musical prodigy. Okay. Could be a Lyrian starseed. Somebody might have to communicate, or their throat chakra is being activated, and it could be about the nervous or anxious energy in regards to this baby. There might be some kind of throat chakra activation happening. So maybe it's about speaking. Maybe somebody needs to speak things into existence, or they're nervous or anxious of what they're speaking into existence. Could also be the need to communicate this anxiety, nervous feeling of this connection, or maybe it's creating this nervous, anxious energy is creating an activation of the throat chakra. People are communicating more. So there is a communication the communication has a lot to do with their, it's like a need to be together, a need to come together, a need. So they're, ooh, Lord have mercy. Almost dropped my glasses. Okay. So I feel like there might be a retreat that takes place, and that retreat has to do, and even if it feels like it's delaying things or that it's a roadblock, that retreat has to do with spirit matters. It's creating an energy, a psychic connection that's already been recalled through dreams. This energy, this connection is bringing about a new energy. And I feel like that's what's making either communication open up or this star seed to manifest, or this urge to come together with the counterparts in order, because this is what's happening, or this is what's coming through, this new energy of, or it could just be a new kind of relationship. You drive me crazy. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck we have antitrust. So it's like, no, not at the bottom. All right, so the anxiety could have to do with these two energies. Could be very, very different. You might drive each other crazy, or you might feel like you drive each other crazy. But crazy. I'm trying to find something positive to say about this. I mean, because when we say you drive me crazy, it's like, yeah, you get my mind out of its center in some way, or you get me moving in ways that are out of my own control. You make me move out of control. You make me be out of control. And that causes antitrust. That how can I trust something that makes me be out of control? But out of control, it's a divine feminine energy. It's chaos energy. So what do we fear about letting out our divine feminine energy? Out of control. Is there somewhere for that out of control energy to go? Space. Creating the space for it, clearly. Central. So it could be something, a central space, a neutral space. A space in the middle. Okay, meeting in the middle. I was hearing Moni in the middle. That's like an old song. But I got a Monica, Moni in the middle. Look at that, Friends. Monica, Friends. So maybe it requires a third party to kind of, I don't even want to think that. There's a friend that's in the middle, maybe. Maybe it's necessary for somebody to be kind of in the middle to help this space. I'm not going to speculate too much on that. I don't want to. Let's see. This is a very organized person. This is a person that gets things done. So maybe we're looking at a mediator of some sort, somebody that can help organize so that these energies are not too chaotic, or so that these energies don't drive anybody insane. All right. Well, I mean, it's like it's a lifelong love either way. This is a meant to be connection. It's a healing energy, and it's supposed to, I mean, this is like this feels like what was meant to be, or what is meant to be. I'm gonna leave it there. I was gonna do a reading with the characters and stuff, but I think I'll leave it there, folks. I'll come back soon. Take care.